The arms. Wrap the corresponding yarn around your little finger, and then bring it up to index finger. Pinch the yarn tail with your thumb and middle finger. Working into a magic ring, make a loop around your middle finger and pinch the crossover of the yarn. Insert a 2.5mm hook into the loop on middle finger. Hook the yarn and put up a loop. A magic ring is formed on the middle finger. In round 1, start with a chain stitch, then work 5 single crochets. Finally end with 1 slip stitch. The chain stitch serves as the beginning is to raise the height, and the slip stitch serves as the ending is to join each round. They are not counted into the number of stitches. Work 1 chain stitch first, yarn round hook, and pull through the loop on the hook. Such a V shape is formed on the side. The chain stitch will not be counted into the number of stitches. Then work 5 single crochets. Insert hook into the magic ring, yarn round hook, and put up a loop. There are 2 loops on the hook. Then yarn round the hook and pull through both loops on the hook. That's a single crochet. Mark the first stitch. Continue to work 4 more single crochets in the same way. Five V on the side stand for 5 single crochets. Pull the yarn tail tight to close the ring. Finally, work 1 slip stitch. Remove the marker. Insert the hook into the first stitch. Yarn round hook and put up a loop. Then pull the first loop on hook through the original loop on the hook. That's 1 slip stitch. The slip stitch serves as a connection. It is not counted into the number of stitches. Round 1 is done. In round 2, work 1 chain stitch, 5 increases and 1 slip stitch. Work 1 chain stitch first. The chain stitch should not be counted into the stitches. Then work 5 increases. Increase means working 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Work 1 single crochet in the first stitch where we just worked the slip stitch of the last round. Mark the first single crochet. Then work 1 more single crochet in the same stitch. Two single crochets are in the same stitch. That's 1 increase. Continue to work 4 more increases in the same way. We need to work 2 single crochets in each stitch. 5 increases are done. This is the slip stitch of the last round. Please make sure to tighten up when working the slip stitch. Skipping the slip stitch of the last round and the chain stitch of this round, we work 1 slip stitch in the marked stitch. The slip stitch is not counted into the number of stitches. Round 2 is done. The stitches for rounds 3 to 4 are the same, with 1 chain stitch, 10 single crochets, and 1 slip stitch for each round. We will demonstrate round 3. Please finish round 4 by yourself. In round 3, start with 1 chain stitch. Then work 1 single crochet in each stitch. Finish 10 single crochets in total. Mark the first single crochet. Continue to work 9 more single crochets. Ten single crochets are done. Finally, 1 slip stitch in the first stitch during this round. Round 3 is done. Please finish round 4 by yourself. Also work 1 chain stitch, 10 single crochets, and 1 slip stitch. Round 4 is done. Hide this yarn tail inside the fabric. In round 5, start with 1 chain stitch, then work a stack of 3 single crochets, 1 decrease for twice. Finally, end with 1 slip stitch. Work 1 chain stitch first. Then work 3 single crochets. Mark the first single crochet. Then work 1 decrease. Work 3 single crochets and 1 decrease as 1 set. Keep working 1 more set. 2 sets are done. Finally, put 1 slip stitch in the first stitch to join this round. Round 5 is done. In round 6, start with 1 chain stitch, then work 8 single crochets. Finally, end with 1 slip stitch. Work 1 chain stitch first, then work 8 single crochets. Mark the first stitch. Eight single crochets are done. Finally, work 1 slip stitch in the first stitch. Round 6 is done. Stretch the loop and remove the hook. Break yarn, leaving a long yarn tail. And then pull the yarn tail out. Tear the fiber fill to make it fluffy. And then stuff the fabric with fiber fill. One arm is completed. Please crochet the other arm in the same way.